Alakazam. Today I'm gonna give y'all my public school push out story. You got it right, push out, not drop out, not kicked out, but pushed out. Oh, you can go with kicked out shit, cause they basically kicked my ass on out, and that was it. Kindergarten was smooth. And y'all, I'm gonna go back and forth because I'm going directly off my memory. I didn't write down nothing or nothing like that. So I'm giving you my experience directly from my memory, right? Kindergarten was cool. ABCs, one, two, threes, and I was meeting new people. First grade is where the learning experience came in. So I failed first grade. And it was because of math. And I always hated math as a kid, y'all. I still hate math to this day. And I always felt like the teacher didn't slow down and break it down for me. Damn you, Fly. Stupid ass. But why every time I'm making a video is a unknown fly from somewhere fucking with me? I don't get that shit. I don't see a fly the whole day, but then out of nowhere when I'm recording a video, I'ma see a fly. Like, y'all should see the outtakes of the shit that I be doing. But yeah, I failed the first grade. The second time around, I got the A honor roll trophy. I felt like it was a slower process and I knew it was coming. So I got the A honor roll trophy and I was proud of that. I got to stand on the stage with the smart people and all of that shit. Second and third grade went through smooth. Fourth grade is where I met my favorite teacher. That was Mr. Carter. He was a black male, and he was one out of the two black males in the entire school system. It was all black females that taught us. We was right directly to where I live, which was the projects, Fisher Projects. You could Google it or whatever in New Orleans. Our school was right next to it. It's called Murray Henderson Elementary back then. you know. So it was, no other races was gonna teach there. It's right next to the projects, and he was the only male. And I always felt like a black male can teach a younger black male more than any other gender or race, because I just had a direct. It first of all, it was something you lack at home, a black positive male figure. You dig? So I just felt like he always could get through to me, and I got through his class smooth. Got a got a lot of morals and shit out of him, and a lot of things, just from talking to him. Fifth and sixth went by smooth. Seventh grade is where all the problems happen. You start to really notice that labels and all of these, think Nike labels. You know what I mean by labels, Nike, Gucci, and all that bullshit. Them things come into play, and when you didn't have these type of things in a decent way, it's gonna bring problems. You might have fights. One time I had a bad haircut, got into a fight, got suspended about that, but I was bad as fuck in school. Like in that seventh grade year at LB Landry. I was smoking a lot of weed, cutting school. Sometimes I go to school just to cut the classes, sit in the gym all fucking day. It was bad, man. Cause then you get stressed out as a kid the way, and my mama was the type of mama who didn't get on welfare. So we had to buy our food with money. And when you go to other kids' house, they would have all of these chips and brand name chips, and I go home and I'm eating toasted oats and shit. And back then I'd be pissed off that my mama didn't get on welfare, but I appreciate that shit now, because she was a strong ass woman and she made her own way. You did. She didn't resort to that shit. You did. And some people, I'm not saying welfare bad, because a lot of people need this shit. You did. But she just refused to do it. That was another thing I'd be teased about. Well, what kind of cereal you eating? Toasted oats? What in the fuck is that? Why they eating Cheerios? But after my seventh grade year at LB Landry, I guess, mom started realizing it was just too bad. So we moved to another parish. Parish mean county, in Louisiana. Damn you, Fly. Every time I'm recording a video, these flies be fucking with me. I think this the second time this video, right? Or is it the first? Y'all should see these outtakes I be making when these flies fuck with me. But yeah, let me get back to it. You did. Where was I? Yeah, seventh grade we moved to a different parish. You dig? And I went to this school called Gretna Middle School. Gretna Junior High, Gretna Middle School. And all of the teachers was there was female Caucasians except for two, and they was Caucasian whites. I was terribly bad there. My first year, I got suspended like 9 times, and I got expelled. Second year, damn, I was bad. The second year, I got suspended like 5 times. And the fifth, no, 6 times. The fifth time, I went to jail, y'all. Yeah, because there was a cop instilled in these schools. Now they have cops in the schools, so they can charge you with things. And me and a couple of friends took money from another student. We plotted it and took the money from him, And they called that strong arm robbery, and they took us to jail. They let me stay in school after that. I was able to come back, and then they said if I get suspended one more time, that was my ass, that they was expelling me. That's what my last suspension was for that year, in the seventh grade. Saying the word nigga. I said nigga, and the teacher for some reason got, highly upset. White female got mad, and she wrote me up for saying nigga. So they kicked me on out of school, and that was the end of the year. I was expelled for that. They called me a truant, by me not being kicked out for the rest of the year. Because that was by the third semester. I was labeled a truant, and I was put on probation for that. And as I told y'all, I was already smoking weed, which I had carried on from Landry, still smoking weed, to where when they drug test me, I was positive. I had weed. And I was put on probation until I was 18. So now I'm in the system. They pushing me the hell out, if you ask me. It was no help involved with this shit to me. But by that time, by me being on probation, I went to some counsel. No, not counseling. The little scared straight type of shit. Now, I was looking at life a little different. Like, man, what path I'm heading down. I am kind of fucking up. We went and saw a dead body and stuff like that, being embalmed. And if I had went on the correct date that they sent me, I would have saw the kid that C Murder, that rapper C Murder, that he killed for stepping on his shoes. But I missed that date, and I came and it was a white man who had died in a pool. Older white man drowned to death. And I got to watch stuff like that, and I started thinking, man, life is too short. So that was during their school season while I wasn't in school. So the next year, I get back to school. I'm like, man, I'm about to start doing my thing. And guess what? Every time I put my mind to it, I do my thing. I started making A's. And by the second semester, why all of a sudden they said I was too old to be in the seventh grade. So they kicked me out. And they enrolled me into a program through probation called Youth Challenge Program, YCP, Army National Guard Youth Challenge. So that's my kickout story, flat out. I got my GED in this Youth Challenge Program. It was like boot camp. It was Army boot camp. We wake up at 4:30, make them damn beds. Hey, it was some shit, It's like boarding school, but worse. But I got my GED there. I was able to sit down. We had teachers who break stuff down for us. So I'm glad that I did run into that program to get my GED. Then that led me to the Army, which was another fucked up mistake because that was after 9/11. And I was real patriotic back in the day. Y'all already know from my other videos. I was real patriotic and, until late on in life where I found out the truth about things. But that's basically my public school push-out story. I felt like that place is like training for jail, because most people don't take the route that I did. Most people continue doing bad. They start selling drugs and stuff when they got home. And here goes some more parts of the story where I forgot because I told y'all I'm just giving y'all off the memory. Man, I used to drink bottles of Cisco, that wine, that terrible wine, or MD 2020 even, and smoke a blunt and go to school 7th grade just out here, man. I was doing some things, bro. It was a real asshole, basically. Not thinking, being a product of my environment, you dig? Stealing, trying to wear the labels other people have. Go steal some Jabos and stuff because I'm from New Orleans. We'll steal clothes, steal fifths. We used to steal fifths of Taka vodka and shit. And I was doing some bad shit, you dig? But I don't regret none of that because all of that made me who I am today, you dig? But I'm just sharing that story with y'all, you dig? I know I've been kind of taking long to make videos, but man, I've been, doing some things, busy, fuck, job searching, hard as fuck out here, because I got to get the fuck from around this environment I'm in right now, you dig? But I am going to get at y'all soon, fast, as much as I can, you dig? So bear with me, you dig, if y'all feel my videos. So once again, y'all holler at me, man.